Hello guys, welcome to another video from RK Biology. Today we are going to talk about exam pattern of CSIR UGC NET exam. Most of the students have doubt in their mind how many question is asked in CSIR Life Science and how many marks is enough to qualify the LS or JRF. So all these things we will discuss in this video. If we will talk about exam pattern of CSIR Life Science. It is divided into three parts: section A, section B and section C. Section B and section C. Now we will talk about how many question is asked in section A, section B and section C. So in a section A, the total number of question is 20, but we have to attempt 15 out of 20. In section B, the total number of question is 50, but we have to attempt 35 out of 50. In section C, the total number of question is 75, but we have to attempt 25 out of 75. Both section A and B, each question is of about 2 marks, and we have to attempt 15 in section A. 15 into 2 is equal to 30 marks. In section B, we have to attempt 35, and each question is of 2 marks. 35 into 2 is equal to 70 marks. In section C, each question is of 4 marks, and we have to attempt 25 into 4 is equal to 100 marks. Let's calculate 100 plus 70, 170 plus 30, 200. So in CSIR UGC NET exam, total marks is 200. Now we discuss about how many questions we should attempt section A, section B and section C, which is enough to qualify the JRF in general category. So in section A, we should attempt 8 to 10 question, minimum 8, maximum 10. In section B, we should attempt 20 to 22 question. In section C, we should attempt 22 to 24 question, because in section C we have a more choice. So section A, section B and section C, we have minimum and maximum number of question. First we will talk about minimum number of question, and then we will talk about maximum number of question. So in section A, and we talk about negative marking. Both section A and section B, for each wrong answer negative marking is 0.5. In section C, for each wrong answer negative marking is -1. So if we attempt 8 in section A, 8 into 2 is equal to 16 marks if all of them is correct. If we attempt 20 in section B, 20 into 2 is equal to 40 marks. In section C, you know each question is of 4 marks. If we attempt 22, 22 is equal to 22 into 4 is equal to 88 marks. Let's calculate 88 plus 40, 128 plus 16, 144. So 144 is good score to qualify the JRF in general category. But it is considering a fact, all of the answer we have to attempt were correct. Some of the answer will be wrong. It is not guarantee all of the answer will be correct. Some of the answer will be wrong. So let's see if some question are wrong. If 2 wrong in section A, and you know for each wrong answer negative marking is 0.5. If 2 wrong, 2 into 2 is equal to 4, and 1 for negative marking. 4 over 1, 5. 16 minus 5 is equal to 11 marks. If 6 are wrong in section B, because section B is memory based question and anyone cannot solve confidently section B. So if 6 are wrong, 6 into 2 is equal to 12 and 3 for negative marking. 12 and 3 15, 14 minus 15 is equal to 25 marks. And in section C, if 4 are wrong, 4 4 are 16, because this question is of 4 marks, 4 4 are 16 and 4 for negative marking, because 4 wrong and for each wrong answer negative marking is 1. So 16 plus 4 20, 88 minus 20 is equal to 68 marks. Let's calculate 68 plus 25, 93 plus 11, 104. 104 is borderline answering, and it is not enough to qualify the JRF. But if you are preparing for LS, 104 is good score to qualify the LS, but our target is to qualify the JRF. So what we need to do for qualifying the JRF? So let's see. For JRF, we should attempt more number of question. In section A, we should attempt 10 question. If we attempt 10, we getting 20 marks if all of them is correct. In section B, if we attempt 22 into 2 is equal to 44 marks if all of them is correct. In section C, if we attempt 24 into 4 is equal to 96. Let's calculate 96 plus 44, 140 plus 20, 160 marks. 160 marks is good score to qualify the JRF in general category, and it is 160 is good score. But same thing applied here, that all of the answer will be not correct, some of the answer will be wrong. If 2 are wrong in section A, 6 wrong in section B, and 4 wrong in section C. 2 wrong, 2 2s are 4, 1 for 2 wrong answer. 4 or 1, 5, 20 minus 5 is equal to 15 marks. If 6 wrong in section B, 6 into 2 is equal to 12, 3 for negative marking. 12 plus 3, 15. 44 minus 15, 29. If 4 are wrong in section C, 4 4s are 16 and 4 for 4 wrong answer. 16 plus 4, 20. 96 minus 20 is equal to 76. Now it's calculate 76 plus 29, 105 plus 15, 120. This is the exact kind of score which is enough to qualify the JRF in general category. 120 is good score to qualify the JRF in general category. So friend, these are all about the exam pattern of CSIR UGC NET exam. Thanks for watching.